Hey guys, this is Live It, Love It, Be It with Ayana Abakah. Welcome guys to a new week, an amazing week. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is episode 5. I've done 5 podcast episodes and you guys are listening and watching on my YouTube channel. So thank you. Thank you so much. Today, we are going to talk about letting go and knowing when it's time to let go and actually listening to God when it's time to let go and what happens when you don't. So that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to share a little story, of course. Like I said, this is like my audio diary. So I feel like every podcast may have a story about myself or something that I've learned or whatever. So we're going to start in 2009. So 2009, I was a hairstylist, cosmetologist that graduated from cosmetology school maybe like a year or two before. And I think it was like a year before. Yeah, a year or two before. And then I also branched out on my own. So I got my own salon suite. And with me getting my own salon suite, I wanted to figure out ways. Well, no. I started, basically I started a blog. I started the blog before I branched out on my own, but it also helped me to to market when I did branch out on my own. So the blog was called TheHaiRazor.com. And also a part of that was I started a YouTube channel called TheHaiRazorTV. And I remember I was talking about starting this YouTube channel. Sylvester and I had started dating and I was sharing with him my dreams and the different things that I wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, I want to start a YouTube channel because, back then people weren't really doing YouTube. It was very new. It was something a little foreign for some people, just setting up a camera for yourself and just, talking like how I'm doing now. So it wasn't as popular as it is now. Like everybody has a YouTube channel now. But back then it wasn't like that. But I did see a lot of girls starting YouTube channels. So I was like, I want to do one too. I wanted to do one especially because I wanted someone to look like me. And also I love short hair. And I won't even say loved. I love short hair. Still do. Still rock short hair. When I was behind the chair, my specialty became short hair. So I specifically wanted to do a channel because I wanted to see someone that looked like me with short hair, my skin complexion, sharing my beauty faves, sharing the makeup that I love, sharing new things that I learned, and sharing short hair tips. So I talked about it for quite a bit with Sylvester. And our first Christmas, he bought my first digital camera. He bought the camera so that I could record. He wanted to invest in my future, and look where we're at now. So he bought the camera and I was like, oh my God, you bought me a digital camera. Like we weren't even dating that long. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this dude really likes me. But he bought me my first digital camera and it's crazy. I still have the camera. We were literally cleaning up some stuff the other day and he had the camera in like his side desk drawer. And I will never get rid of that camera. It's still there because it's a beautiful memory of us and him always believing in me. So he bought me the camera, but it took me a while to still get the guts and the nerve and the nervousness out to actually start this YouTube channel. I started it eventually and I hit the ground running. I started the YouTube channel, then I had the blog. I learned how to build a website on my own. At first, I did not even have a logo. I I think I just put something together. Then eventually, I hired a friend of ours to do a logo for me, and then yeah, it just kind of grew from there. So fast forward to the pandemic. I knew about trademarking, and I learned more about trademarking because I decided to do a business cohort. Well, I actually did two. Like during the pandemic, I was just learning stuff. So I did a online business course, and then I did a business cohort, and they were, both was stressing the importance of trademarking. So I was like, okay, I need to trademark the hair razor. I've had it for a long time. This is the name of my business. Let me go ahead and trademark the hair razor. Started the process of trademarking the hair razor. Amazing lawyer that I'm still working with on a new trademark. And unfortunately, because of the name, the hair razor, there was quite some opposition and they did not approve the trademark. I was like, okay, touche, or whatever. Like, I get it. I get it. Because it's a very common, like, ain't nobody just gonna let you do the hair razor or hair, like, like that means that name is like, I can go after everybody who say hair razor or whatever, hair razors, whatever, So I had to go back to the drawing board. And I was devastated because I put my blood, sweat, and tears in the hair razor. There is stories that I can tell you for a long time concerning the hair razor and the fight that I fought behind the scenes concerning the business, my blog, the ups and downs that I've, because I suffered from imposter syndrome for so long when it came to who I am as a person, as a woman, the power that God gave me, the talents, the gifts, the creativity that He gave me. I've suffered from imposter syndrome for a long time, and working through that imposter syndrome, and having the ups and downs of not believing in myself, people constantly overlooking me, bad business deals, all that type of stuff. I was like, I've come so far, and now I feel like I have to start over. That was a lot. So, and the beauty of the lawyer that I'm working with is if they oppose one trademark, they do allow you to, all right, well, they oppose this trademark, so you can trademark something else. The fee that you paid, and that was the other thing, I invested a lot of money to do this trademark. So the fee that you paid, all right, you can use that fee towards something else. So I was like, okay, all right, what am I going to do? Okay, what am I going to trademark? I don't know. Like, I started thinking of blends of names with my daughters, something to another type of business, because this name is ultimately not just a blog. It's not just one thing. It's going to, I have a product already. I have a hair oil. So it was going to be the name of the hair oil. That's going to be under the trademark, and any other products or services that I wanted to have under this name. So I was like, okay, I got to think of a name. And I had a name right in front of my face for years. And I started selling a t-shirt that says short, relaxed, and happy. I feel like during it was before the pandemic. I started selling it around the time my daughter Haven was born. I wanted to start selling merch. So I had two shirts. One is Pixie Queen and one is Short, Relaxed, and Happy. And Short, Relaxed, and Happy, I was like, okay, I think that's it. And at first I was like, okay, okay. I was going back and forth, and then I was like, okay, we're going to trademark Short, Relaxed, and Happy. We're going to make this a thing. My husband created a logo for it. I got the domain, all that type of stuff. And we're almost at the finish line for Short, Relaxed, and Happy. So the point of that whole story is letting go. So let's get back to the hair razor. This week I officially let go of the hair razor. And it was a hard thing to do, especially considering the fact that I literally, like I said, it was my baby. You know, I invested so much and I did so much, and it was just, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to let go. But God told me to let it go when I started trademarking Short, Relaxed, and Happy. He was like, okay, you're going to trademark Short, Relaxed, and Happy. So now you got to let the hair razor go. And I was like, no, I don't want to let the hair razor go because I own the domain and all of that and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I can still use it as a blog and I can still do the YouTube channel, da, 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 da. I'll just have it sitting there, you know, because nobody else can trademark the name either. Or nobody else can do da, 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 da. So I might as well keep it and da, 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 blah, blah, blah. You need to let it go. Okay. Well, da, 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 da. So fast forward to 2023, the end of 2023, I am growing in so many ways and letting go of a lot of things. The revisit of the conversation of letting go of the hair razor came up between me and God. So you gonna let it go now? That's what he said. You gonna let it go now? Because you have no purpose for it. You have what are you using it for? You sitting there busting your tail trying to manage 2 YouTube channels, because I had my personal YouTube and the hair razor. You really don't want to do all hair videos all the time. And that's the truth. I love doing hair videos, but that's not the only thing that I want to do. There's so many things that I want to do, that I want to talk about, that I want to show. This mind of mine's, there's a lot going on in here. And I want to share and let it out. And so another hard task of merging the YouTube channels, letting go of the old Ayana Abakah channel and just making the Hair Razor YouTube channel the YouTube channel. Okay. Ayana Abakah. Okay, cool. So I did that a couple of weeks ago. Then this past week, I think after I did that, I was just like, okay, so I got the Hair Razor website. I'm paying for 2 websites. That's another, just going through all this stuff that I didn't need to go through. I'm actually paying for 3 websites because I got Short, Relaxed, and Happy. I got Ayana Abakah and the hair razor that was just sitting there that I was not using. God was like, all right, now it's time to let go of that website. You can still own the domains, redirect it to Ayana Abakah, but you gotta let go of the website. Okay, God, I'm letting go of the website. So that is what I let go of this week. Finally, I let go of TheHaiRazor.com, and the social media channels are going away. The social media pages are going away. They're going to be renamed, and it's time to move on from that chapter. Something that I built, that a lot of people know me as. I get called Hair Razor to this day. Some people don't even know my name. They'd be like, oh, you're the Hair Razor. And God really showed me throughout this process that basically it is time for you to stop living behind a name that is not yours and being who I called you to be. Your name is Ayana Abakah. Show Ayana Abakah. So I let it go. And it was hard. It was hard because in a way, it was a comfort for me. It was like that safety blanket. It was that mask that I could hide behind in a way. And yeah. There are a lot of things that I let go of this year. And that was one of them. But that was the one thing that was difficult in so many ways because God was really like, what are you doing? You're wasting money. You're racking your brain trying to figure out how to create content that you really don't want to create. You're trying to manage multiple things. You're getting older, and I want you to focus on the one thing. You have children. You're homeschooling them. You're involved in it at your church. You have a social life. You are married. All those things that I'm cool. I want you to do those things, but you sitting there trying to hold on to business stuff that I told you to get rid of in the pandemic, basically. So I let it go, and I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson because the crazy thing was I changed over the hair razor was on one website platform. And I sat there and I rebuilt the website on a new platform and all of that maybe a few months ago. And even in that process, it was like, what are you doing? And I was like, da, 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 da. I wasn't supposed to do that. I was wasting my time. But because also I let go of a few other things, I was able to think and see clearer. And God really showing me that, hey, stop allowing these things that I told you to let go of years ago be a distraction, and let it go now. So I'm going into 2024 much lighter. And I feel good about it because I'm streamlining a lot of things, focusing on what is that one thing? What is that, and basically doing what God told me to do, and I'm enjoying the process because we got the podcast. And the beauty with the podcast is I don't even got to build another site. It's Ayana Abakah. Like everything comes back. I got one hub. So, just simplifying my life as I get older and really trusting God in the simple. You don't have to be busy. You don't have to be doing all of the things. Just do what God told you to do and do it the first time because it's easier to do it the first time and it's cheaper. So, yeah. What are you needing to let go of? Sit and ask God, Lord, where have I been disobedient? What have I not been listening to you about? What am I doing? Or what am I not doing? And let it go. Life will be so much simpler when you let it go. Things will be so much simpler when you let it go. You might possibly not lose a lot of money. And it won't be expensive if you let it go. So it could be business things. It could be relationships. It could be friendships. It could be a job. It could be anything. It could be the smallest minute thing, or it can be a huge mountain. What is God telling you to let go? Answer that. And life will be so much easier. I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. I enjoyed sharing because, man, God is good. God is good, and I'm excited. I'm excited because it's like, okay, I let this go. What next? What are we doing, God? So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be, please email me at hello@ayanaabakah.com. You can follow me on my social media on Instagram at I am Ayana Abakah. You can also follow the podcast page / inspiration page. It's at LLB Everyday. Let's see. My website, ayanaabakah.com. Check that out. I have streamlined everything to the website. So I have the hair tips, beauty tips, family, lifestyle content, all those things in one place. And then my beauty brand Short, Relaxed, and Happy. You can check that out as well. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great week. Enjoy this week. Listen to God, hear from Him, be obedient, walk in your purpose, walk in your anointing, walk in who God calls you to be the light, walk in love, show grace, smile, and hug somebody, okay? I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all next week.